Move your ass, Donkey Kong! Dang. Hi guys, it's Lord Ryujin. I just wanted to be a little bit silly there in the beginning of my video. I wanted to take a real quick moment, because you have obviously tuned into this video, to talk about the Fantastic Four's teaser trailer. Now, I promised that I would do a lot more discussions other than games up in this channel. I haven't really been doing that a lot, and I hope that I can get back to doing that. It's something that I'd really like to do. So, the Fantastic Four trailer is to me. Now, am I going to see it? Yeah, I want to see it. I liked the first two movies. They were goofy and kind of silly. So I'm really interested in seeing what they do with this one. But there's two things about it that you can probably already guess that I'm probably not going to be a fan of when it comes to this Fantastic Four movie, because they are the two words that everybody's using to death to justify a new movie. Gritty, dark. I'm starting to really hate those two words. You do not have to have a gritty and dark reboot of a film for it to be good. I mean, look at Marvel, for an example. They took Guardians of the Galaxy, and they went completely overboard with its silliness. I mean, the trailer was goofy, but it represented well the spirit of the movie. So let's just make an honest trailer. Let's make a trailer that genuinely shows what the Fantastic Four is about. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit of a discussion with this because I've never really read a Fantastic Four comic. I've seen TV shows in the past, and I've watched, like I said, the previous movies. But the reason why I'm really not that interested in being a fanboy about this is because when it comes to studios, they buy a license. And when they buy a license, they have to take a little bit of liberties because they don't want to plagiarize themselves. I mean, can you imagine how boring it would be if Spider-Man 3 took Venom and it ran with the Venom story arc word for word, scene for scene, didn't do anything differently, did it exactly as it did in the TV show, did it exactly as it did in the comic books? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how boring that would be? Can you imagine how boring it would be if DC released a new set of comic books or something in which they took the same Superman story and they did the exact same storylines from like the 80s or something? There's a reason why comic books reboot themselves and why they kill superheroes and bring them back and they change them and they do things differently. It's to keep it interesting. So when a company like Paramount or Fox or Sony or even Marvel themselves, whoever, when they make a movie, they have to take the liberty to at least change it a little bit. And I feel like that's a good thing, to try something new with a property. Now make sure that you share your thoughts in the comments below, because I'm sure that I'm going to hear all kinds of negative comments in regards to that. Because yes, should they stick relatively close to the character? Of course. You don't want the Hulk to be a 3-foot tall, skinny wimp. You want him to be a big, hulking, mass of destruction. That's what the Hulk is. That's what you go see the Hulk for. But simply because they have him look more like Lou Ferrigno or more like Edward Norton or more like anybody, or if they, decide to make, I don't know, the Abomination look differently than what he does in the comics, who really cares about that? You're getting to see the Abomination on the film. You're getting to see Mercy. You're getting to see whoever the villain that they decide to use is. You see what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, if they make another Spider-Man movie and they decide that they're going to use Doc Ock again, I'm not going to complain. He's got his Doc Ock-ness going on. He's a doctor. Cool. Whether he's insane like he was in Spider-Man 2, or whether he's completely aware of his actions and has different motives, who cares? Who cares if the Human Torch is black? Who cares? You're getting to see Human Torch, and you're getting to see a different take on the Fantastic Four. And honestly, I would rather have that, because to me it would be more interesting. Now, I'm not talking about you go overboard like some movies do, Can't really give any examples right now. But at the same time, you can't be 100% faithful, because otherwise I think that ruins it. Because again, if we took and Venom showed up in the next Spider-Man movie, and it was line for line, scene for scene, word for word, exactly like it was in the Spider-Man TV show of the 90s, or like in any comic book, I think it'd be boring. So to get to see how, oh, this is how Marvel or Sony Pictures, now since they technically own the Spider-Man franchise, this is how Sony sees Venom working. It's interesting, you know? Because let's not forget that we thought that Heath Ledger, or at least I heard some people around town anyway, when Heath Ledger was announced to be the Joker, that he was going to be a ridiculous Joker, and his Joker was going to be ridiculous, and The Dark Knight was going to be a really bad film. And look, Heath Ledger turned out to be the best iteration of the Joker that we've had so far by popular opinion. So let's just see what happens with it. Now, like I said, the teaser trailer, it doesn't really do anything to get me excited about the movie. I think it's just kind of there to let you know, hey, this movie's coming out. And while there are things about it that I don't like, there are things about it that I'm interested in seeing how this production is going to move forward. But that's my 2 cents, guys. Make sure that you share your thoughts on the Fantastic Four teaser trailer in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, I'll see you.